So students, today we are going to start with the new chapter of grade 10th geography, that is agriculture. So let's define first agriculture. So agriculture is art and science of cultivating soil, raising crops and rearing of livestock, including fishing and forestry. So in agriculture, whenever we practice agriculture, we grow crops, we cultivate soil, we grow crops mainly for food and other purposes, and then we rear animals also, like dairy farming. Plus it includes pisciculture also and forest also. So India is an agriculturally important country, and 2/3 of our population is engaged in agricultural activities. And agriculture is the primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume. And besides food grains, it also produces the raw material which we require for various industries. So this is how we are dependent on agriculture for our food which we consume, for employment also, like more than 55% of population is engaged in agriculture, the primary sector of our economy. And then after that, raw material, the agro-based industries which are dependent on agriculture for raw material, like sugar industry is there and cotton textile industry is there. And moreover, some of the agriculture products like tea, coffee and spices, they are also exported to other countries, in which India is famous for these kind of products. So now let's see the types of farming. So in types of farming, agriculture is an age-old economic activity of our country. So it contributes to our economy, and over these years, the cultivation methods have changed significantly depending upon the characteristic of physical environment, soil, climate, and technological know-how. The technology also have changed, and social cultural practices also. And farming also varies from subsistence to commercial type. Commercial is for selling in the market, and subsistence for the farmer's own consumption for the family. At present, in different parts of India, the following farming systems are practiced. So let's see first the primitive subsistence farming. So the first type of farming is primitive subsistence farming. So the small patch of land is cleared in this. So this farming is done basically in certain parts of India, especially the northeast. And in this, the small patch of land is cleared and the primitive tools are used. Primitive tools like hoe, dhow and digging sticks. So these are used. And this cultivation, this farming is done with the help of family labor. So with the help of family labor, this kind of farming is practiced. So this kind of farming depends upon the monsoon and natural fertility of the soil. So no shore irrigation method the farmers they are having in this, and they are just dependent on the monsoon, rainfall and the natural fertility of the soil. No fertilizers and pesticides are added to the soil in this. So it is also known by the name of slash and burn. That is, they cut the trees, they burn, after that they burn the trees, and then they practice this kind of agriculture. So they clear the patch of the land, and then only the production is done for the family needs, okay, not for selling in the market, only for the family needs. So when the fertility of the land decreases, the farmer shifts to the new land. So here, what is the advantage of this kind of shifting? So this is also called shifting cultivation or shifting agriculture. Now what is the advantage? That when the family shifts from one land, one area to the another, so it allows nature to replenish, to recover the fertility of the soil. So in the meantime, when the family shifted to another place, the soil at the previous place will recover its fertility in a natural way. So this was the advantage. And we can talk about disadvantage also. What can be the disadvantage? Lot of deforestation is happening because of shifting cultivation, slash and burn cultivation, and then it leads to increase in air pollution also. So these are you can say the disadvantages. And now here the no use of fertilizers is being done. I told you earlier also, only they depend upon the natural fertility of the soil. So this farming is known by different names in different regions of India and world also. Like I have told you, primitive subsistence farming known by the name of slash and burn also, shifting cultivation also, and jhumming also. Okay, jhumming, it is known by the name of jhumming in the northeastern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and then it is known by pamelo It is known by the name of Pamelo in Manipur and Deepa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. So these are, and Andaman Nicobar also, and these are some of the names. And then in the world, this type of cultivation is known by the name of milpa. Milpa in Mexico and Central America. Then after that, it is known by the name of conque in Venezuela. Then roca in Brazil. Then masol in Central Africa. Then ladeng in Indonesia and ray in Vietnam. So by different names, this cultivation is known throughout world also and India also. So the next type of farming is intensive subsistence farming. So in this type of farming, it is practiced in the area of high population. Wherever the high population is there, the more pressure is on the land. So there, this kind of farming is practiced. So it is labor intensive farming. Lot of labor is used. Labor intensive means lot of labor is used in this kind of agriculture with high doses of biochemical inputs, that is fertilizers and pesticides they use, and assured methods of irrigation also, in order to obtain the higher production, the maximum output. So more pressure they are putting on the land by using these modern farming methods, high yielding variety seeds, labor intensive it is, they are using more of labor here, plus the biochemical inputs also they are using, plus the assured methods of irrigation. For what? For maximum output. So the right of inheritance, the right to property, this has led to division of land. The fragmentation of the land holding has been done. So when the division is done of the land, it renders the land holding size uneconomical. So the land holdings become uneconomical after continuous fragmentation is done, and the scattering of land unit leads to uneconomical land holding size. So if the fragmentation of land holding is done, then the modern farming methods cannot be applied to the scattered land holdings. In order to apply the modern farming methods, consolidation of land is required. But due to this kind of rights of inheritance, there is a division of land, but the farmer wants the maximum output from the limited land, because no alternative source of livelihood is there with the farmers. So it puts the enormous pressure on the agriculture land. So limited size is there of the land, but maximum output they want, so they go for use of high yielding variety of seeds, biochemical inputs, assured methods of irrigation, and labor intensive technique it is to obtain the maximum output from the limited land. And this kind of agriculture is practiced in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam and Punjab also. So after now the types of farming which we have discussed, that is primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming. Now we have to see the commercial farming. Another type is commercial farming. So now this mainly the output is done for selling in the market and to earn the profit by the farmer. So in order to go for higher output, or in order to produce more output, or to obtain more productivity, what the farmer will do? Farmer will use high yielding variety of seeds in order to obtain more output. Fertilizers, after that pesticides and insecticides, and the modern farming methods, the use of latest technology also the farmers will use in order to obtain the higher input. So in the commercial farming, the degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one region to another. So the degree of commercialization of agriculture vary from one region to another. It means like rice is a commercial crop in Punjab and Haryana, but in the case of Odisha, it is a subsistence crop. Here we are growing it for selling in the market for the commercial purposes, but in the case of the state like Odisha, they are doing it for the subsistence. And similarly wheat, again the commercial crop here in our region Punjab and Haryana, but in the case of Bihar, it is just a subsistence crop. So the degree of commercialization of agriculture, it also varies from one region to another. Now the plantation, another type of commercial farming is plantation. So it is a type of commercial farming only. So that is plantation. Plantation means the single crop is grown on large land or large area. So only a single crop is grown there, mainly for the selling in the market or for the industries. So here a lot of use is done of the capital intensive inputs. Lot of capital is required in order to go for the plantation type of farming. And the help of migrant laborers are also required for plantations, to work on the plantations. So many migrant workers are also required. And capital, lot of capital money is also required for the inputs. So whatever produce is done in the plantations, that is used as a raw material in industries, for the processing industries. Like in India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana, they all come under the plantations. And tea, especially in Assam and North Bengal, and coffee in Karnataka, in these states, these plantations are grown widely. And now the transport, the well-developed network of transport and communication is very essential to link plantations and the processing industries and the market. So well-developed, because all the production is done for the industry. So everything has to be needed to be transported to the industries quickly, otherwise the raw material, it will perish. The agriculture produce in the plantations, it will perish. So a well-developed network of transport and communication is required, connecting plantation area and the processing industries and market. So this is very essential for the development of plantations.